everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dee. I know last time we spoke, the whole idea was we'll get this HMO property refurbished in 3 months, and it's just over 7 to 8 months, and voila, the property is ready finally. So Michael's here. Michael is a property developer. He transforms houses into HMOs, and this is now a full transformation. As you can see, we're in the kitchen where we started off from the old the old version of this house, and now we are in the new version. So Michael's just going to talk us through the whole process, the ups and the downs, the mistakes and the great things that he probably will repeat again, just to give us a bit of insight on how he was able to transform this property into what it is now. So Michael.
Yes, thank you. So the last time we were here, we were just about to update this 2-bed house, converting it to a 5-bed HMO, and we claimed we're going to give you an update within 3 months. It's been 7 months now, and that's just part of the tips we can share with you. There's been challenges with funding, builders, technical issues, which we will try our best to share with you in this video, and just so you can get your take from it. As you can see from the last video, we're standing in the exact same spot. At the time we're in the kitchen. There was no kitchen unit on, all the walls were stripped down, there was wiring hanging out all over the place. But now we've got kitchen units in, and we'll show you right behind you. Right at the time we did this video, it was outside the property, but now we've got a conservatory covering it, and you'll be able to see just what these got for us.
So we're just going to walk through every room and just to see how it's been transformed. So Michael's just going to take us through. We're going to start off with the kitchen and then walk our way around the house.
Hi guys, the last time we were here, this was just an outside space. It was just covered by a canopy. This is the additional place we've added to the house just to expand it a little bit. Now we've put a slight conservatory and a glass roof. And if you remember, I said there was a wall separating the kitchen from the bathroom. Here's the wall now. It's obvious, you can't tell whether there's a bathroom in there. This is the kitchen. If you come through, let's just show the bathroom that's in this space. So we've created just a small bathroom, a quadrant shower with a mixer shower and a toilet basin, and in here we've also got an extractor pipe. You might not be able to see that from here if you come in a bit. It's an extractor pipe just getting air out from the kitchen. That's the only way we're able to put an extractor in the kitchen. So this bathroom in here is only accessible by the room in the front of the house on the ground floor, which we'll show you in a minute. Outside space, that's where the people can sit and have a chat and just have a meal out in the garden. We'll put some rugs and chairs there at some point. Double American style fridge on the left here, and this is a kitchen cupboard units. They're all numbered. Each unit is per room. There are 5 rooms in the house, so this is each room, and we've provided just things like cups, plates. The whole idea is to make people comfortable to be able to come in the house and start living there immediately. There's a microwave standing here, and there's the kitchen TV for the whole house to share. There's Netflix included as part of the rent, just to sweeten the process of people making a decision whether to stay with us. There's a tumble dryer we put in here. You can see the rest of the kitchen units. There's an induction hob here, and then the cutlery we provided, nice cutlery set, and they've got the entire pots. There's pots and bowls and pans just to make life easy in terms of living in this space. And if you just show the boiler and the kitchen sink as well, just try to make it matching, just to give a good, nice aesthetic feel. And if you remember, we said we're installing a fire system. This is a fire suppression unit. If there was ever a fire in the kitchen, there's a smoke alarm that will go off in the ceiling, and this will come out, scan where there's fire in the room, where there's fire in the room. It will scan it, and it will get water from the sink to pump out an extinguisher to kill the fire in the kitchen. The whole system that powers it is just underneath the kitchen sink here. There's a pumping machine connected to the water source that releases the water out. And we'll just put added some additional units. This way they put the washing tablets and the dryer, laundry, what do you call it? Laundry powder for the washing machine. The dishwasher is just here, just in the kitchen, and it's just sat next to the washing machine. And as we go further down, this is a vertical rack to generate heat in the entire kitchen. It makes that look nice as well. It's got a nice mirror. Just a nice place to sit and feel, and people can walk from here as well. The main entrance as you come into the house. We've just made nice use of colors, a bit of primary colors and secondary colors, just to give it a nice feel. Getting a nice wall painting that matches the architrave. So if you can just come around this way so you can get a better view. And I don't know if you remember, we had a gas meter and electric meter in the room. We've moved that out, and now this is where the electric meter is sitting. This is a gas meter actually. We put that in the wall, hidden away. I don't know if I can put this successfully later. And then the electric meter as well, that is hidden in the top here, just to make it look nice. And now this is the ground floor room. If you remember that the room, there's no more electric meter here. It's all gone. It's a nice TV, nice mirror in the room. Just very light in the corner where you can sit and do some work. And then if you just take out the blinds, just get some light in the room. It's a nice place. Where we put the wardrobe, it's a small room, but it works. It works. A young professional can stay in here to work from home. This is the shared shower room we've put in on the first floor. It's a nicely set shower room. It's going to be shared by the room next door and the room just right there above it. It's got an electric shower just to save on the use of the mixer shower, and that will help with hot water generation. But it's a nice travel bathroom as well. Much bigger room in the house. It's the nicest room in the house. If you have a look, it's a nice double room. We've made this use of space in here, and there's enough space. And this is an ensuite. It's got its own bathroom. If you just come in here to see the bathroom. So this is just for one person. This room is going to be let at $695 per calendar month. It's already taken. The tenant is actually moving in today as we speak. these are the final 2 rooms. It's just another good use of the loft. We've created a nice double bed in here. We'll try to put an inbuilt wardrobe. It's not a lot of space, but it's still walkable, it's manageable. There's a hanging rail, place to fold clothes as well, and then underneath the bed I'm sure can be used for space as well. It's got a TV as well, and all the locks we have, they're all smart digital locks. This kind of locks, you can generate codes just from your home and give people access. You can give a unique code to the cleaner can have access, and you will know at any point in time who's gone in and out of the room and at what time. So it protects everybody, and better still, it makes it easy to manage the entire property. This is the final room. If you remember, there was a really small room at the time. What we did to create more space, we moved the actual staircase 1 meter to the right. So these stairs you're seeing down here wasn't originally here. We moved the wall and the stairs, got brand new stairs completely, and then that way it allowed us to create a bit more space in this room. Even though it's still a small room, but we've made it slightly bigger. Hopefully it will help us meet the requirements to get the HMO approval for the HMO license for this, which we'll put the application through. And it's got its own ensuite. Most people like ensuite, even if a room is small, as long as it's got all the facilities that makes you stay in your room, people will pay a premium for it. So this room is going for $685 because it's got all its own facilities as well. So yeah, this completes the entire process of converting a 2-bed house into a 5-bedroom HMO, and we've gone slightly over budget on this one. The original budget was to spend about £80,000, but it looks like all in this is looking like £138,000. But the good thing about that is once it's revalued, with the valuation level we're expecting will be such that we'll pull out a decent amount of that 138,000, and that way we'll still have enough to pay off the investors that have loaned us funds, pay off their interest, just that our money will still be stuck in the deal. The monthly rent from this is about, I think, £3,400 per month. I know annually that's about £41,000 gross rent that will be taken, and that will be paying all the bills, Netflix, gas, TV license for all the clients, including the Netflix we signed. But it's really going to be worth it. Cleaners will come in every 2 weeks to clean the entire rooms. So this way, so if you're interested in getting involved in an HMO investment, looking for where to park funds, I would say an average time to turn around your funds will be between 6 to 12 months. Yes, please get in touch and we can discuss options that might suit you. Okay, so it's great to see how amazing the transformation is. It's fantastic. I find it so fascinating. It's great work, and it's been I wouldn't say a rough journey. It's been a hard journey, but the beauty is seeing it all come together. It's so rewarding. I just have a few questions that I would like to ask, that I feel like, that could possibly help people out there to understand the kind of challenges that you did go through, not the full detail, but just, some things that some people might not
that they can shy away from in terms of mistakes that they don't need to make. So what would you say was the most challenging part of the whole project?
Yeah, the most challenging part is just managing multiple trades, different people, different organizations. There are constant rules changing, and sometimes you need to explain to the rule maker what the law is that they've actually written down. Is very, very interesting. So for all of this entire project, you still need to get it approved by a third party, which is the building regulations for your local council. And I think that was the most challenging bit at the end. After all the work has been done, you need to understand you get them here at every stage of the project to inspect the work you've done. They sign it off, and then you go for the final sign off. At the final sign off, they came up with different challenges that was confusing to me. I was on the verge of giving up, and I just spoke to some random company that said you need to stand your ground, and they gave me the relevant information just to put that back to them. There's simple laws, case laws, just quoting references from their own document. So that's what I've learned, and I'll be taking away from this deal, just to bring them abreast of things at all times, even raise queries they are not raising, to make sure it's being dealt with. So aside from that, it's just the builders. I've had a lot of issues with dealing with builders. They get into different mindsets. Sometimes they're ready to work for you, sometimes they're having personal issues at home, and you just need to manage them. If you're interpersonal and you try and listen to their issues, you might be able to work things out. I think around Christmas I gave them a little gift. It was like an ounce of silver. It was I think £30 for each, and I gave everyone an ounce of silver, but it was thoughtful. They liked it, and that created a good impact. So I'm hoping by the time we work on the next project, we better understand. They understand what I need, and they know what I expect from them. And same thing with the council. I know how to position myself to ensure it's a nicer journey going forward.
Lovely, thank you so much for that. We are always learning. So what would you say you have learned from this project?
Yeah, I'll say one thing I've learned is try to come on site as much as possible. I know most people doing the HMO, they just give everything to a builder, tell them to go away and get things done. But what I've found is, because I have just had additional time to come down, you don't need any extra skill, you just need common sense. You'll be surprised at some things you would notice that could create a lot more value. And you need to know the tradesmen on here, once they're on site, they're just so professional, they're just doing the work you've given them. But there's just little things to just add more value. I mean, the room behind us, we created value in. It was a small room. I knew it was a small room, but I was going to go ahead with it. But I was here on one random day, and I thought, you know what, how can we make this room bigger? And I just thought there's this wide gap in the wall, there's this stair sitting here, and I just realized we can actually make another application to the council to move this entire staircase 1 meter to the right. That was hard to spot, but I would never have spotted it if I wasn't coming regularly. So I'll say just come on site regularly and make clear communication, channels with your builders, and then that way, you'll be able to get better at every step of the way.
That sounds great and insightful. Thank you for that. So obviously, this is a 5-bed, and you're going to have 5 different people living in here. So what have you actually got in place in terms of security for each and every single one of your tenants? How would they feel secure living in here with different types of people?
Yeah, so we've got say Ring doorbell camera, not an actual doorbell, the camera that's outside the property. I've got access. I generally don't provide access to that to all the tenants, but it allows us to monitor who comes in and out of the entire property. And then each door has a smart lock, and each smart lock has its own unique code for the tenant, and nobody else has access to that code. And then, but each door lock, we can generate additional code. So for instance, we can give the cleaner their own unique code to access it. So if anything was to go wrong at any point in time, we would know who had access to the code. So except the tenants give their codes, room codes, to anybody else, there's no other reason outside of a proper break-in for someone to access their room. So everyone will be comfortable. And in addition to managing this entire property, we've got a WhatsApp group for all the tenants. Everyone is in the same group. So when there are issues, it doesn't take long for them to communicate. As long as they're willing, they've got a smartphone, they take a picture, whether it's a leak or broken wall, anything, they post in the group, and I'll be able to see that immediately and communicate that to the appropriate tradesman with the skill set to deal with the problem, and then we'll get on it that way. and that's the minimum expectation anyway to run a HMO business successfully.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. There's nothing as beautiful as being in a property this lovely, this gorgeous, but then also feeling secure. So yeah, well done on that. So then, tenants, have you got anybody moving in already? What is the prospects? And
yes, in terms of people moving in, this has been actually exciting. Normally I have a process until I'm completely done. I don't rush in how I get tenants in, because I want a photographer to come in, get me the right pictures, like this video we're making. But just happened that tenants in our existing properties, they referred their friends, and before we actually completed, we've actually got 2 people. There's one person that moved in last week, and the second person actually checking in today, and I've not even started advertising the property, because I think in the next week or 2 I'll get all the pictures, edited pictures from the photographer, and then I'll upload it and put a proper campaign to market the property. But it's been really good in terms of the tenants coming in. That helps the valuation anyways, because when the surveyor come in here, they like the fact that okay, you're generating the rent you claim you think you can get, because the rent we charge is much higher than the average rent in the area, and sometimes people struggle to think how you're going to achieve that. But I know, because you've made a premium property, people just see it and want it, and that's what's happened in the case of the 2 tenants that are moving in, and hopefully we could get the other rooms tenanted as soon as we start the marketing campaign.
Brilliant. What's next?
What's next? On to the next one. We've got another property. We're going back to Spalding, Peterborough. That was a property we've been sitting on. Now that we're done with this, funds can be released to start that. So we've actually started that. We stripped it back to brick. We're just about to make applications to the council, just to repeat the same process. The idea I've got, the model I've got, I'm just doing like the McDonald's model, where everything's the same, the processes are the same, and at that point it's easy to pass on and get anyone to easily replace it. But each council is different, each house is different. There's going to be new challenges, but whatever the challenges are, the plan is to adapt it to whatever we're doing, and that way it could be enjoyable. I mean, this particular project, as much as it was stressful, I really enjoyed in the sense that the builders, they already understand my mindset of what I want. I didn't have to come down as much. The paint, every time I'm explaining the paint color coordination, a lot of painters find it amusing, thinking, why do you have 3 different colors in the room? But now the builders I'm working with, they totally understand it, they get it, and it allows them, what's good about that is it allows them generate me additional ideas. They think proactively on their feet. Is kind of exciting, and it just comes out of them naturally, and I get extra value from working with builders that way. And as long as I can keep them and keep the same builders, it could only get better over time. But of course, it's like a little marriage. We have a lot of arguments, fights. I snap at them, they snap at me. Sometimes I say sorry, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we have a Zoom call to resolve the issues. But I actually enjoy it. They're real good people. When you get to know them, they're like, it's like any other job. You just understand people, they understand you, and you can build something exciting. And you find that they also end up getting excited about your dreams and what you're trying to do. And then if you they have dreams to build as many houses as well, and if you can show them an idea of how, look, help me build my dreams and I will help you achieve yours, it gets exciting that way. And so the main issue is now getting enough building opportunities, enough funds just to carry on, and then get them to even hire more staff to support their cause whilst they help support mine.
Oh, lovely. That sounds fantastic. It's more of a putting together more of a relationship. How do you then intend on raising funds for the next projects that you have in mind?
Oh yeah, this YouTube video is a starter. It gives you a chance to see what we're doing. We've shown you from the beginning to this very moment, and to show as much information, to document as much processes. And in addition to that, I plan to attend more networking events just to look for like minds. People that sometimes people have funds but they don't know what to do with it. They're also fearful of losing their funds, but this video will kind of showcase that, look, if you park your funds in this business process here, and you understand the process of what we're doing from end to end, you could be rest assured that you will get the same results with your funds. So you pack your funds with us within 6 to 18 months time, and you get this kind of results, knowing we'll be able to repeat it, except there's a sudden change in law that just makes certain things impossible. Then I think it's a really, really good business model.
Okay. Well, that's it from me, Michael, and I just want to say massive thank you. No, thank you.
Well done.
Well done to you. You've gone and done it again. You striked it again, and you've turned another property into another beauty in this wonderful town of Atherstone. Fantastic, well done. Everyone that's walked in here, whether they're coming to do some plumbing works, whether it's the council, whether it is the broker, they are so amazed as to how beautiful this house is, how wonderful it is, and how tenantable it is. If I would live here, I would recommend anyone to live here. It's amazing, it's lovely, it's top notch, but it's so worth it because it's comfortable, it's convenient, and it's also secure. So Michael, well done. Fantastic job. Well done to you. You've gone and done it again. Give us a smile. You've gone and done it again. You've transformed a 2-bed house into a 5-bed HMO, and you've done it so successfully and so beautifully. Fantastic. Here's to more HMO transformations to come in the future.
Thank you. So watch this space. We'll be rolling out more properties. I think the last photographer that came here, he really liked it. He said, hey, when are you coming to Central London? I said, when I get enough money. So guys, send over the money. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in, and we shall see you in the next property. So don't forget to smash that button, and we'll see you in the next video, hopefully the next property. Bye.